What
What are you
up?
doing?
Hey, Jack and I were just clowning you for your grizzly bear hiatus beard.
Oh my God. I got no haircut, no beard. This is me doing my part.
Dude, unbelievable.
I might grow it out. I might grow it out until this is all over, until we're playing baseball game. We'll see.
Hey, you should see all these guys. They're doing the same thing. It's brutal.
Jack can't grow a beard.
He left the room, but he might
What's
come
he
back
growing
and
out
try.
he's growing out his little mustache.
Yeah. So
All right,
what's up?
you want to start this right now?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Introduction. Zach Ray, my physical therapist, my trainer, also my friend, and now business partner. Welcome
Yeah.
to Easton's Instagram Live. I guess the theme of this Instagram is, what was it again?
It was stay ready.
Stay ready. Stay ready.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of talk about staying ready with social distancing, staying at home, finding ways to remain active, remain ready for whatever season you got. I actually just got done with one of our workouts at home, limited equipment. Um, I've have some equipment of my own, so I was able to maybe go beyond a little bit body weight with a TRX and stuff like that. But just finding ways to stay active, stay ready. Don't know when we're going to get the phone call. Um, what do you got?
I think some things that people might want to actually know a little bit about, like, is some of the stuff that we actually do. And at this time, like, where the emphasis should be at is on strength or mobility, and how do you not, like the 162 game season we talk about all the time on privates, how to stay fresh for the whole 160 games, and how to use this time to actually refresh your body. Obviously, you played a lot of years, a lot of wear and tear, so maybe they want to hear something about that, because there's probably a lot of people that high school seasons have been shut down, same thing, to take advantage of this time of rest.
Yeah, I was just kind of, while you were talking, I was reading some of the comments. People were talking about that they have a workout program to follow, and just want to let people know that we have created an in-home workout, that there's no gym, uh, no equipment required. Once this Instagram Live is over, we will be putting out a Easton code to be able to get our workout at a discounted price. Me and Zach have kind of already talked about that. We'll let you know by the end of this, what the code is going to be and how you guys can get it. We'll give all the details. But to answer your question, things that I'm kind of focused on right now, and I want you to, before I answer that question, talk about, how long do you believe strength will last without working out compared to like endurance, and that will kind of allow people to understand what is a little bit more important.
Yeah, so the strength cycle, like when you go through and you get actually those gains, the first 4 weeks, you're actually not really getting any mass or stronger. You're actually just getting the neuromuscular system to be more efficient. So you're able to fire your more motor units more efficiently. So you're able to push more weight or be more explosive in that manner. But down the way, it actually takes another 4 to 6 weeks to actually put on size and change some of the muscle density. So when you stop working out, that's one of the first things that you start to lose, because you're not challenging some of those muscle fibers. And then slowly but surely, you'll start to lose some of those neural pathways as well. So, all of our pro guys, we've told them, take advantage of this time, take 2 weeks of shutdown time coming off of spring and all the grind of spring. But we're going to need to do some type of base work to stay ready in some capacity, because you also wouldn't want to get the call in 4 weeks and be at ground zero. And, the off season, a lot of people don't really know, but the off season, a lot of you guys start training, mid-October if you're not in the playoffs, and November 1st for sure. So in preparation for when do you leave? February 9th, 10th, 12th, something like that every year. So it's like a 3 or 4 month lead time for you guys' departure.
Yeah, I think the most challenging thing is the kind of the unknown of when the season is going to start. Um, Obviously with what's going on, me getting back to Arizona with a pregnant wife and a 2-year-old, kind of trying to get life settled back in order. I kind of used, I got home Monday. Today is Monday, so I The last workout I had was Sunday in Fort Myers, traveled Monday. I've been home, been doing stuff around the house, been staying active. But when it comes to actual workouts, I took an entire week off. Spring training is kind of a grind. They're long days. I'm still trying to build muscle strength during spring training. I start to taper off. This would be my time I would taper off in preparation for the season, where my workouts would not be so built around strength, but just trying to stay healthy, maintain the work that I put in the whole off season. So, I took that week off, used it as a little recovery time for me right now. Which is perfect for kind of what Easton's putting out. Is it's more about just staying ready, staying active. I'm going to do that for kind of like body weight workouts probably for like 2 or 3 weeks. As I'm kind of watching what's developing in the world and the news, kind of trying to anticipate, when baseball is going to be played. I think right now the Olympics is kind of a thing that I'm looking forward to. The fact that they're keeping them at their scheduled time is kind of my indication that things could be better around the time the Olympics are going to start. If that gets postponed, then I'll probably go into a full-blown off-season workout where we'll kind of cycle through our workouts and start to.
Why don't you talk about the difference between what we do in season and off season?
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing in the off season is the way we kind of cycle through our workouts. It's we never lose focus of mobility, but we are trying to build my foundation as much strength as possible in the off season. We start at some lighter weights, and as the weeks progress, we get into very heavy weights with less reps. And like I said, we're trying to build our foundation. That's going to carry me throughout the 162 game season and hopefully the postseason. In season, it's a tailored down version of that where the workouts are condensed into a much smaller time period. With obviously what I do on the field being the most important part of um, what I'm doing. My workouts will take place after games, so I want them to kind of be between 30 and 40 minutes. Um, we don't lose sight of gaining that strength, but we focus more on the endurance and the mobility aspect during the season so that I can remain strong, I can remain mobile, flexible, and most importantly, stay healthy.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of people out there lifting, I see a lot of stuff on Instagram. A lot of people have been asking me too is, what is it that we do with a lot of our pro guys? And, we don't do a lot of, especially as guys get older and have played a lot of wear and tear, we don't do a lot of straight bar, heavy deadlifting and hang cleans and stuff. And it's more about the movement. And you maybe want to even talk about some of that too, is just why health and mobility is probably the biggest priority more than how much weight you can pull off the ground. And I literally had a kid asking me yesterday to check out his deadlift form, and he was deadlifting like 405, and he was only 15, 16 years old, which that's so much strain and stress to put on your body at that age.
Well, I guess that's a part of the reason we decided after 5 years of working together to come out with the workout program that we came out with. In addition to the evaluations that we've decided to put out on our website. I was that kid at 15, 16 years old who thought that I could just out strength everyone. I can out compete everyone. I could out, athlete people. And what I found through my journey of working out and a bunch of different people up until the point I found you is you have weight room strength and then you have functional strength. And sometimes the amount of weight you move in the weight room doesn't necessarily translate to the amount of output you have on the field or on the court. And I had to learn that through high school, through college, a little bit through my professional career until I met you. I was in great shape as far as the way that I looked, but the way that my body moved was very limited because I had that mindset that if I could just move a lot of weight, that I was strong. And I was always curious why my 405 or 500 deadlift wasn't translating to the power output that I wanted to have on the field. And a lot of it just came down to functional strength and functional movement. And like I said, that's kind of why we created our program, in order
Yeah,
to, help people with that, I guess that challenge of the moving weight and also being functional. And we feel like our program kind of blends both things.
for sure. I mean, we've gotten more, just for the people listening, we've gotten more power output and production, and we've lifted less weight, like technical weight. And it's just from getting your body to actually move more efficiently or find, immobility patterns and being able to load your body in the correct way. And just your natural strength has been able to come across and produce power. Um, I think another thing too that we've talked about that people ask me all the time is to
Yeah,
try to.
I like what this person just said. Moving weight in optimal positions is essentially what we're trying to create all the time.
For sure.
We focus on form and positioning over the amount of weight that we can move. Do we want to move heavy weight? Yes, but we train our body to do it in the proper, efficient positions, and that's kind of why we've created, this cycle of the way that we move weights, where we're starting obviously with less weight at more reps, and we work ourselves down to heavier weight at less reps, and through that journey, you're creating patterns in your body. So when you are moving heavy weight, these patterns are ingrained in you, that you can move heavy stuff off the ground properly, efficiently, safely, most importantly.
Yeah, one guy just asked, how often do you lift? And I mean, you can probably talk about it, off season stuff, and maybe how we break it down. We do 5 days a week. There might be some additional outside run days on track days or something that might put it
Or
just
swim
a little bit
days.
closer. Yeah. But our programs are normally built into lower body, upper body, rotary, and then another lower body day. And then we have a full day that's built into our programs that are specifically designed at mobility and correctives. So we do some high level screening, find out where you might be weak or tight or whatever. And it's kind of a deload day where it's not as intense, but it's just probably more important than the other days as well. So I think that answers that question. But I was going to actually ask, when I was going to say, is just the landscape of how to become, like, how long the play is in baseball. And I think a lot of people don't really realize when how long it normally takes for somebody to get to the bigs, how long it takes to stay in the bigs, and then for some of the people to actually come across on the bottom of the ESPN ticker when they're getting some contracts, like how long those all are. And I think the reason why I'm saying that is the most important thing is you're going to have to be able to stay healthy for a long time to be successful.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
getting drafted is obviously, you know, like winning the lottery. And then once you get drafted, you're, one of 40 plus guys that a team signs every single year. And that happens every year, year after year after year after year. So you might be competing in your draft class with 40 guys, and there was 40 plus guys the year before, and 40 plus guys the year before, 40 plus guys the year before, and then there's going to be guys after you. So, making it to the big leagues, once again, is getting drafted is like winning the lottery. Making it to the big leagues is like winning the lottery. Staying in the big leagues is like winning the lottery. So the work never stops. The competition never stops. And then, like you said, finding your name at the bottom of the ticker. Once you make it to the big leagues, you have to have, in order to hit free agency, you have to have 6 complete full seasons in the big leagues to reach free agency. And that is damn near impossible to do right now. With the game getting younger, with guys getting to the big leagues younger, with owners and front offices getting smarter and understanding how to manipulate service time. Um, it's a challenge. It's a grind, and the best way to even give yourself a chance to do that is stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that's allowed me to put myself in the